All right, guys. I believe we're back. We're going to get ready.
What?
It's receiving our content. Look, I changed it a little bit.
What'd you do?
I don't know, made it a little more rustic, a little less busy. You're vaping now. So that's good. Hey,
quit smoking.
we're live. Hey, look, you guys can watch us live now. Oh, man. So this is what we've been going live for like 19 seconds now, Joe. We were talking about basically me and Joe are getting together. We're kind of not happy with the state of affairs.
I'm not happy
Would you say
with.
that?
I'm not happy with some directions the way the music scene or our scene in general is going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of craziness that's going on, and I don't know if it's because it's summertime and everybody feels like they need to be crazy, or if it's just crazy. You know, it's either they feel it or they are.
I think that the ones who are crazy, it's good to admit it. And the ones who
I
aren't,
know I'm crazy.
And the ones who aren't crazy need to learn to admit it.
It's like masturbation. There's those that do and those that lie about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Always going there. All right, that's fine.
It's me, man.
I know.
It's me, you know. It's kind of expected of me to be provocative of some sort, you know.
Yeah.
I have to.
Well, we've got a couple of watchers right now. People are watching us. They're voyeurs. They're figuring it out. You know, this is Hello Springfield. It's a new podcast. Joe's on this one.
Yep.
I was talking about some local music earlier.
Blaster.
Ghetto Blaster. You have new tattoos. Tell us about that. Tell us about Ghetto Blaster and what that means to you.
Well, you know, I feel that where we grew up is the ghetto of Springfield. It's ghetto, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, and I mean, it's not dogging it now, but whenever I was there, it was the ghetto. So I just feel like I'm a loud person, so I'm a ghetto blaster, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, then I've got my boombox.
I like that boombox.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I got a cassette tape.
Got that, and then
Maybe I
I've
should put my
got
tape
the very
in your
first
boombox.
handgun I ever owned, which was a AMT, and then I got my handgun, which that's a nice, beautiful cover up, is it not?
Yes, I like that. That is
So
a cover
beautiful.
up. You know, and your color's looking more vivid these days.
Well, yeah, because I've actually started going back to working on my hands and working my way back up, you know, and adding a few pieces here and there. But I got my whole side done.
What?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
This year's Carnival logo.
What?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
I shit you not, dude.
This is. Oh, what? Who did what?
Yeah, Cat Spencer did that.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Cat Spencer.
Was that at the studio?
No,
Or
no,
at
no.
the carnival?
Well, before we did the carnival, we had a bad experience last year with the carnival with a judge that actually point blank body shamed, you know, people and was acting like a douchebag.
Yeah.
So this year, I picked up Cat Spencer right off the bat, and he was like, "I'll help you anyway with the judging. You know, we'll figure out the right way of doing it. You know," and he's got like 30 some odd years. I mean, he's like an OG when it comes to tattoos. And he's like, "Come up, man, I'll throw a piece on you." You know, in my mind, you know, throw a piece on you is, you know, a small piece. You know, it's probably about a business size card. You know, something like that. You know, so we get up there. And we're talking a little bit, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, let's go ahead and come on in, and we'll go ahead and, you know, figure out what we're gonna do." And he shows me this piece that it's a paper taped to another piece of paper, and it's, you know, this piece. And he's like, "You got a leg or anything?" And I'm like, "Well, my back's reserved. Let's go for the side." And he's like, "Oh, ballsy today, okay." And before I could change my mind, I'm on the table, and 3 hours into it, I'm tearing up, dude. I'm telling you, it got bad. I mean, the side is no laughing matter at all.
I heard that's the worst tattoo you can get.
Well, actually, no. The armpit is pretty bad. And after this one, I realized that it's time for me to go ahead and start nailing out the most painful ones and get them over with. And the top of the hands, that feels pretty good, but that armpit area and anywhere around your nipple area. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually going this week and getting my other hand started working on. So yeah, and I'm supposed to go to KC and go get a piece done from another guy and go enter it into the Kansas show up there. So yeah, it's been crazy. It's time. I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years, and every time I turn around, I'm like, I don't want to get any tattoo work, because if I get one by an artist that's actually at the show and he's competing and he ends up winning an award, then you know how people
favoritism,
talk. Yeah, they feel like it's favoritism. But now I've gotten to the point now where the way the judging goes, there is no favoritism to it. Fuck it, I'm getting tattoo work. So, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. And yeah, having a good time doing it.
Cool.
But yeah.
This is like part 3 of 3. Does it automatically do that?
If you totally lose connection, it'll make a new video.
That's cool. All right. Well,
Okay,
we're back now.
But okay, now so every time it does that, it creates a new link.
No, it's the same one. They're going back to the same video.
But whenever they're done, will it show 3 different links for 3 different? Because you know how it saves it.
I don't know, man.
Yes, it will.
Oh,
It will. Okay. Well, then
That's
even
neat.
better.
I'm in the middle of fixing them. Just go on.
Oh, cool.
Can well, you
She's like, shut the fuck.
shut up,
Okay,
Joe.
guys.
Keep talking. Oh God.
So,
Yeah.
man, anyways, so, I feel like the reason that I started talking to you most recently, and we actually started I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes of this. We can't say names because this person is litigious, but
I don't even know what that word means.
it means they like to sue people because they don't have a leg to stand on. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So basically, I saw a thing in the newsletter where I saw basically an article just full of people, or full of where there are holes where people should have been, but one person was taking credit for everything and didn't mention any names, didn't say anything, and I'm like, this is bullcrap, because I've personally seen people from the music community doing this, and then I saw misrepresented information in that article about why the place was started, about the hopes for the community and all this stuff. It just seemed like a whole bunch of like personal self-stroking going on by someone.
Yeah, I honestly didn't pay attention to it because I guess when this article came out was right at whenever I was finishing up the carnival. So everything I'm doing is I'm focusing on the carnival. And even whenever they had their soft opening, the owner came up to me and was like, did you see the article? And I was like, I saw the food one, but I didn't see the other one. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, seeing it after that, you're like, oh, wow. Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, right. Okay. So we do what? Spend a whole year putting, felt like forever putting all the work into this place, and then zero credit, zero mentions.
I would say in a four months time, there was several, like, over 20 people, I would say, that should have got some recognition out of it. Along with myself, I did a lot of it in there, but bottom line is, you've got musicians like Mason Skaggs.
Yeah, from Midwest Mutts.
And Mason, Mason's been going through a pretty rough time here recently.
Yes, he has.
You'd honestly think that would be something that would probably help boost someone's spirit.
Yeah. It's like somebody's going through something.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they helped with something.
And the thing is you never know what you say. I mean, I've got a prime example for this here in a little bit, but you never know what you're going to do to say or act. It's going to motivate or inspire somebody else. Mm-hmm. So when someone does something like that, you should absolutely, it should play a big part in it. I think Darren Penninger did lights. Did you know Darren Penninger, the lighting guy of Springfield?
Darren Penninger did the lights there?
Did the lights, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't talked to you, because the information isn't getting out. I would think that somebody who's wanting to do something for the community would want to maybe involve the people of the community who built it. Just like this show. Look at this. I couldn't have done this myself. You know how many people put some stuff into this?
I'm looking at
Danny
it.
Maple built this computer and basically
this is badass. This is badass.
For nothing.
I'm tell you, it's
basically. And then this camera here, G Street Music. Don't forget the G.
Drippy did that?
Troy and Michelle.
That's badass.
Yeah,
that's
they would have got
badass.
that. That's like the best 4K camera that you can buy on the market.
No, that's badass.
And
you
then,
know.
like Deborah Klein, right here from I'm with the band.
So no. I learned.
Deborah
I learned.
Cougar Klein.
I learned something new. The K stands for what?
Cougar. It's Deborah Cougar Klein.
That's
She's
why I
the
never
Cougar.
had a chance.
I know.
I'm old.
Among other things, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So whenever people do things nice for you and help you do something for the community, like that's what it was.
Okay.
He's trying to take from so many people and not giving credit.
You know, but the recognition we got from it was like that's cool. You know, we knew we did it for the the right reasons. You know, and it's
Wait, weren't there more toys than the toy drive that was upstairs?
yes.
We won't mention the other toy drive people.
We raised a lot of
Toys.
This year we raised a lot of toys.
Yeah.
I mean a shitload of them.
Mm-hmm.
To the point to where we still had some overflowing. That there's some still sitting downtown in a box that we got to get over there to them because even to them and they can just do whatever they want with it. But that was cool, and that's another thing. That's musicians, that were heavily into doing that. You know, got to give credit where credit's due because if not, man, these musicians, if they say that they're not doing it to be able to be recognized. As far as playing in a band, then it's wrong because they know they are.
Yeah.
You don't expect to be in a band and not be on stage.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way it works. And but I truly believe that them outside of it, like the Mutts, we did a show with them at Classic Rock Coffee when it was the old venue.
Uh-huh.
And we did it for Rescue One, and Jasmine Orchard was there, and you give them the recognition because they're the ones that made it be the big thing.
Yeah, they're the stars. That's the whole point of the music community is that the ones doing the music are the stars, not the ones like.
I'm gonna tell you, we'd end up knowing a shitload of people, but not to the point to where when you're at Walmart and people come up to you like weirded out. Oh my God, if you don't walk away with that thing, even though I will say I'll probably never see that person.
It's a good
ever
indicator
again.
that you're making an impact.
Right. You're reaching out and people that you don't even know are getting that, and that's what the newspaper does. They get news out to people that don't know what they know or they, because they're not working with us.
I do want to say that
you know a shitload of musicians.
I do know a shitload of musicians. In the past 3 or 4 years, I've worked with almost most of the other shows too. So
no, I'm just saying, me in general, and I've done quite a few there. So you got to give them that recognition. And it's the same
from people like that. Like you better give them credit for it.
I'll tell you right now, I will donate some of my time to help on something like this rock and recovery thing. I'm donating some of my time. But I already told them that if it comes to me doing promotions, if it comes to doing anything that I normally do myself and get paid for, I'm sorry, I'm limited on what I can do. Yeah. I'm limited on what I can give you, because when the carnival comes, I have to make money daily because, I'm walking into expenses that are like, $14,000 just for a building. Yeah. That gets and that's the bare minimum. Okay, you got a building. Now what do you got to do? You got to got to advertise. You got to put people in it, and it's
thousands
expensive.
And thousands of dollars.
Yeah, thousands. And whenever you do that, after it's all said and done, I go and rest up that night. The next day, I put a post out and I thank everybody who was involved. I think, like this year I was very thankful for all the artists that came forward and helped because without their help I wouldn't have made it to where it was. And that's that. Like I said, anytime that there's a project like that, people need to be recognized for it.
Yeah.
You spray painted a booth, I remember. I remember J-Rod and Cryptic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you had to stop because you all were getting a little lightheaded back there.
Hey, look, we need to. Here's what. Yeah, I did get very lightheaded off of paint. Here's something that we need to talk about, okay? And this might be pushing the line or whatever. I don't know, but we were a part of group chats in a group where a lot of compromising information was exchanged.
Too much.
Too much information was exchanged.
Too much that's not
relevant to our job we were trying to get done.
To business.
Like,
I mean, honestly, if it's a business thing, then it should stick with business.
Yeah. Why were they talking? Why was I kept up at night by bing, bing, bing from all these notifications from them in a group that I'm told I'm supposed to be a part of because it's important, because we have to plan things, but then they're just sharing memes and doing all this stuff, and then you get, legal concern messages that you're like, what in the hell is this? Like, how do I even treat that? Like, I've seen, heck, I had to leave because of like verbal abuse and somebody just going insane off on me because I tried to keep a known drug addict away from my proprietary information because I was working on the podcast.
Right.
The thing that actually blew up with that place, I won't say the name of it, is that I put a lot of time and effort into a podcast because clearly this is what I do. And
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know. I would never have known that Donnie does a Springfield podcast no matter where he is or who he's around. Like, that's just what happens. So
that's been
established.
4 years. No,
yeah, it's
4
years.
Yeah.
So I had, the podcast that I was doing. I won't say the name of it, but I had that podcast I was doing, and I was using it to try to help business and things, but it was constantly sabotaged one time after another by bumbling buffoons who don't know what they're doing, who tried to attach themselves. So, including someone who I don't know if it was purposefully or not. I'm not going to make any accusations, but somebody who lost footage of me and Droopy G eating like hundreds of thousands of Scoville hot sauce.
Right.
Lost the freaking video.
Oh yeah.
And so
that was during, I remember all that.
And so like Droopy's like, where's that footage, man? That really sucked. Do I want to see it? It's funny. And I'm like, I have to answer for that. Be like, no, somebody who I didn't really even want to work on this lost the footage, and like all this stuff was going on, and I'm just like losing control of my own proprietary thing.
Independently, you had to go and recover that yourself, because I saw a video where you did do that, but it was on something newer that you did.
What was it?
With Droopy.
Oh yeah, I had to redo. I had to
Yeah,
that sucked. I had to redo it.
That's time.
It is time. It's effort, and it's my guts. So, this person who was a known drug addict was our roommate. Me and Sarah lived with him. He brought someone against court orders into the house who was known to be on methamphetamines. We told him, don't do that. He did it anyway. We move out. I'm like, he's known for first off, going against wishes of his roommates. You know what I mean? Whatever. That's kind of unrelated, but like, also bringing drug addicts around and known for using drugs. It's like, I don't want to work with that person. I don't want them attached to my stuff anymore. I didn't want it in the first place. Get this person away. I changed the password to the email that I set up that was only used for that purpose. And then I get a call from the owner, or actually it was a text message, long text message berating me saying, I don't know who you think you are. You're getting a little bit too big for your britches, Donnie. You need to be knocked down a few pegs. All of this stuff. And that's just the stuff that didn't have cussing in it. And this huge thing about how he's the boss and I'm not the boss. And I'm sitting here going, I'm the content creator. You wouldn't know how to do any of this. And this whole place down there is just full of people whose heads are so far up their ass that they can't get anything accomplished. And I've got people from the community who's tried to work with them that can vouch that it's just, you can't get anything. So I'm like, I don't want to work with that anymore. I get berated for it, and then I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. Around the same time is whenever Joe started getting into alcohol again.
Yeah.
Like pretty much at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck this. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't need any of this. Thank God Kevin Dunn over at the Varacas group was like, bro, if you need somewhere to go, I've got you. Come over to the studio. We'll talk about it. He's been sponsoring these podcasts.
Yeah, I didn't know that until just recently. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he has been awesome sponsoring these podcasts along with Jimmy down at the Outland Complex. These are
Jimmy is.
These are people from the community.
This town's music scene if you have
Wouldn't be
not
anything
if you
without
have
Jimmy.
not dealt with Jimmy at one time or another, man, I don't tell you, he's that dude's he helped me. It took me 3 years to get to work with him, and then finally working with him, he's legit, dude.
And man, there's all kinds of stories down there from that chat group where I was put in situations, and Joe knows.
I'm not even in that group anymore.
No, you're not. You got kicked out, but.
Oh yeah, I did get kicked out.
Yeah, they kicked you out of the group. Of course they did, because they talk about domestic violence and different things like that are going on, and bring their own personal crap into it. Man, there are people in our community right now who know what I'm talking about, and they're sitting here going, "Yep, I left that group because of exactly what you're talking about." I'm not going to go into details. I can't. I want to talk to you about all of this. I want to give you so many details because, man, look, Joe has a problem with alcohol sometimes if he's drinking. Big whoop. Okay,
Yeah.
I can forgive that because I know that Joe, even though he's like Jerry Springer mixed with Howard Stern, he's a shithead, but he's still, does a lot for the community. You do a lot for the community.
I'm an asshole.
You get a lot of shit done, and you know
that.
you're not trying to come on. You give people credit where it's due. You know what I mean? You have to. If you're going to be like Joe, you have to give people credit where it's due. This, Hello Springfield is the name of this show. This is what it's called, Hello Springfield. We're going to introduce you to Springfield, the people who make the music scene happen, the people who are
Ironic,
in the
D's right by his head.
Yeah, and the D is actually music. Sarah came up with that logo earlier
awesome.
today. We named this show this morning when we woke up because we couldn't find a name. We didn't find anything that was right, and I was like, Hello Springfield, and I was like, wait, maybe that works.
It's kind of weird, man. I mean, I've seen so many things branch off of some other things that's happened.
Yeah.
And when you see that, you're just kind of like, wow, that's, like Johnny Cross's Sideways. I talked to him, and I actually went on his show, once talking about, I forgot what it was. I think I was talking about the fetish show. But I went on to his show, and he was like, I gotta thank you and Donnie for doing this, because you
we
guys
set them up.
we went in there and started it on that Wednesday, and now they're going through, and they've got a cool little thing going on. Is karaoke my thing? No, it's not my thing. But I get it. I get it, because that gives people something to go do, because that's a good draw of something. It's like a cover band,
Yeah.
I'm not big on cover bands,
how-
but that they bring a crowd, and that's cool.
How Sideways works is it's a local podcast that they do before the karaoke night over at Sideways,
Right.
or over at Stepchild Lounge.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've been on there a few times myself. Kevin helped sponsor that show too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Isn't that nuts?
Mhm.
It's like,
I
Kevin.
found that out whenever I went there and was on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's when I found out. I was like, well, cool, yeah.
he does a whole lot. So, that's pretty much, the short version of the story about why I left down there. Abuse, overstepping boundaries, trying to steal content and proprietary stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take my show, and I basically didn't even debate it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, screw this. I'll stop making it, and I'll just go make another thing.
There's times
I got a billion ideas, so like, that's not it.
That's pretty much the way it is with us all the time. Because there's been many projects that everybody's like, well, what happened to it? And I'm like, well, honestly, it didn't work, so I had to go change directions. You got to evolve.
We've got a dating show we have to do.
Yeah, you have to evolve.
Look at this. See that wall over there?
Uh-huh.
That's the other green
Yeah, I
screen's
saw
going to
that.
go over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We could do a dating show right here.
We still, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We can do anything we want.
Dude, my
I don't know.
life is Jerry Springer, man.
It is Jerry Springer. You are the Springfield Jerry Springer. Joe.
Well, the thing is you gotta do something, as well as I do, to change your algorithms. And if people would stop looking at Facebook as reality, it's not fucking reality. Instagram's not reality. Snapchat's not reality. Kick's not reality. It's not reality. That's where people, they go and they post things on a program. And if they realize that there's certain ways that this program works, I'm a geek, man. I like to know these things. So then whenever you change these algorithms, you know, it makes things go the way you want them to go, but temporarily, you know. So what I do is I poke the bear and antagonize people, and you know, it's fun. It's fun. Females feel like I pick on them all the time.
Yeah. So, well, that's true. So, man, what else do we have to say? We've got some other things we've got a lot of catching up to do with people.
Yeah. There's did you know Yankton helped build the Outland? Yeah. He was telling me, I guess he was one of the original, well, it wasn't the Outland, it was something before that, and I guess he was a part owner of that. And he was telling me about the construction and stuff that they had to do to be able to make it be what it is. And
that's cool.
You know, it's cool to know that, you know, there's behind the scenes stuff like that, you know.
There's a lot of people in our community who have literally built it. I mean, the community is built by the people in it.
Well, okay.
You know?
Take Johnny Cross.
Yeah.
He has Cross Entertainment, Stepchilds, they're all over the place with karaoke. Everywhere. They're everywhere with it.
Yeah.
But does anybody ever ask where he works for? He works for a company that deals with people with disabilities.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He does.
Yeah.
He works for the ARC.
You know, and
I think.
and
yeah, is it
as long as I've known him, he's worked with that. And then you see on Facebook him doing, you know, working with food drives and working with stuff and like the coat drives and stuff.
Can you bring me my punch?
You know, there's things about him that people are like, oh, that's just a karaoke guy. Well, that's not just a karaoke punch. That's not just a karaoke guy. That's the guy that does stuff for the community. That's cool.
Yep.
You know?
One of my favorite things that Johnny... Oh, my God. Okay, this is the kind of show that Sideways is. And, Johnny, if you're offended, I don't care. This is the kind...
I love you.
Yeah, exactly. This is the kind of show that Sideways is. Sideways is the kind of show that... There was a guy who was shot and got his his motorcycle was attempted stolen.
Right. I remember that. That was not long ago either.
Henry's Towing
right.
wanted $2,000 to get the motorcycle back.
Wow. Well, yeah, because he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And it racked up all that because he was in the hospital.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. How's that punch?
It's punchy. So this is so they're sitting there, and they're like, "How can we help this guy?"
Mm-hmm.
Todd and Johnny call Henry's Towing, tell them that they have a podcast, and they're like, "Hey, man, we're gonna tell everybody what you did to this guy." And they're like, they got it down to like $200.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
raised the money.
And then on the show,
raised the money for it. Yeah.
They raised it.
That's
the rest of the
cool.
money. So the guy got his money. So no, but that's only half the story. So they get the guy while they're trying to raise the money for this dude. Johnny Cross is like putting his hands in the dude's face and like doing all of this stuff, like rude as hell, like doesn't understand, and it's like so fucking hilarious that like he doesn't know that he's offending this guy, and the dude's like holding back, trying not to hit him, and so it's like, and I can tell that Todd is hilarious because
Todd's funny.
Todd helps keep Johnny from getting into fights a lot, I think. Because Todd will sit there and diffuse a situation and try to like bring him over the other way whenever Johnny goes into like, you know, some kind of like an ethnic impression. You know what I mean? Todd's like, how about we don't do that?
Right.
But yeah, it's, you know, you guys could check that out.
It's hilarious because I was on there. And it's like a controlled circus somewhat. Sometimes you know that monkey gets loose every once.
Sometimes
in a while.
it's not even under control. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, but he's still hilarious. Still hilarious. I remember the very first show that he helped me host. At the end of the night, there was pictures of him with his pants to his knees. Now, mind you, it wasn't trying to be obscene. It was just him being goofy. You know, so you know. Meaning that he got that drunk, but he didn't get that drunk. It was kind of funny though.
Okay, I got you.
But he's another one that likes to be offensive too. His offensiveness is not probably as extreme as mine. His probably goes more political and more news and stuff like that. Where mine's just people, messing with people.
Talk about like sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
And John Wayne and Elvis Presley. Everybody knows how much I love Elvis Presley.
Oh God,
Everybody
yeah.
knows how much
Don't do that. Hey,
I-
speaking of Elvis Presley, you know I had Clownvis Presley
I know.
in town the other day.
I was there for that. I was
That
there
was-
for that. That was very.
How do
Okay.
you feel about that?
I'm
I'm
gonna-
bringing
I was-
him back.
I
I'm bringing
was-
him back in September.
I was there whenever his intro music, which was. It's like Elvis was coming to the building, but it was a little bit more circusy, sound. And then him coming out, it was epic. It was something that I didn't, part of me was like, I don't know if I want to see it, but then you see it, you're like, okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I saw that.
It's real.
That
good.
was pretty cool, his magic tricks that were,
the bandana. The yellow bandana.
The yellow bandana.
He made it disappear. I don't know how that happened.
I got to see him afterwards, and that is
Ted Danson confirmed dead.
yeah.
I posted that on Facebook.
Yeah,
I said
I
Ted
saw-
Danson confirmed dead, and people are like, "This isn't funny," and I'm like, "No, it was hilarious because." Clownvis, just come to the next Clownvis show. He's gonna be at the Blackthorn and
Having
Shecky
host was pretty cool too, because Shecky he keeps it lively. I will be dealing with one of the alter egos of Shecky for a show Friday the 13th, so that'll be fun.
Kalfu Raven.
Yeah, Kalfu Raven. I'll be getting to deal with him on Friday the 13th, which is good because I have Grinder Girls coming.
Grinder Girls.
Yeah,
are some of my favorites.
I have Fire demos that will be going on, and I'm supposed to have another meeting about another aspect of it, but it's going to be a fun one. It's a birthday show,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be drunk this year, though.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Just high as hell. Well, come on, guys. It's funny,
Wow, yeah.
I'm making a lot more weed jokes lately. Well, at the Clownvis show, Clownvis made a weed joke.
Right off the bat.
I know.
Well, no, he was, what was the song by Four Non Blondes?
What?
He just kept
What's
emphasizing,
going on?
he kept emphasizing, getting high. It's so funny.
I love
He's
getting
funny.
high.
Yeah,
It's like,
he is. He's funny, man. He's really funny.
God.
But
you had Razor Wire Halo that night.
yeah. I love Razor Wire Halo.
God, their stage show.
Yeah,
that
we're
screen.
taking. They're actually. I was talking to him, and they're redoing that stage scene. It's going to be the same front, but the back they're putting an LED wall so they can do more of visually behind it to be able to shine through, and that's going to be cool as hell.
That's
And
nuts.
yeah, they'll have that probably Friday the 13th when we do that one.
Wow.
Yeah, upstairs.
I need to. Have you
Just
seen the
take a night
Drizzle?
off and come up. Oh yeah, I've seen the Drizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drizzle's waiting on his membership.
I'm just glad that he got
Resurrected. Yes.
Well,
He's dead.
he was dead. He was dead. He totally pulled a Machiavelli, didn't he?
He did. Mike Wallace and Too Much.
They took him out.
They did. To a nice steak dinner.
I took Mike one day to go have tacos.
Mhm.
We eat tacos at Centerfolds every Tuesday.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you
Is
know
that's why Joey's like tacos on my mind?
Oh
Tacos on
no,
my
no, no!
mind."
It's like every Tuesday, I wake up to hearing that song and him standing outside my door dancing with it, and then I know, okay, today's Taco Tuesday. So we get up
It's the
and
only
I
day of the
drink.
week you know when the day is.
Honestly, that is true. That is true.
It's my anchor for the week.
Yeah, it's like you know how everybody starts at Sunday. Well, it's the beginning of the week. No, mine's Tuesday because then I know what the next day is, and next day's hump day, of course.
Yeah.
But we go to Centerfolds, where the DJ is a bass player for a metal band here in town too.
Yes.
But they have 4 tacos for $3.
Fuck.
Yeah. And
All
they're
right,
a fried
guys.
taco shell. It's good. It's good. It's good times.
Yeah.
And then, ironically, guess what else is there?
what?
Boobs. Yeah, boobs. So it's a Taco Titty Tuesday.
Oh my god. All right, we better play some more local music. I guess we're just gonna go until like 2 or something.
What time is it?
It's like 1:15.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
We got plenty of time?
Yeah, I've got nothing to do.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's play some more local music. This song is Mood Ring Circus. Let's go back to there. This is one of my favorite ones.
Wow, that's pretty cool. When I blow the smoke up, my hat blends in with yours.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, I'm not wearing a green hat.
It's diffusion. All right, you're watching Hello Springfield with I guess with Donnie and Joe today.
Yeah, today.
Guys, that was most of Hey Romeo by Motoring Circus. If you're looking at the screen right now, you can see that Dead will be playing at the Outland Ballroom tonight, Monday, May 14th, 2018 at 7 p.m.
That's a damn good show right there.
Oh yeah, spell it.
That's a damn good show. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be there.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Wait, dang it. Nothing. I'm just doing stuff. Just
playing with buttons and clicking.
I'm gonna teleport us in, Joe.
Okay.
There we are.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So here's the Dead show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I got the Outland behind us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Dead.
This is a pretty good background, honestly. The Outland's got a pretty sweet site. Oh man. I know. I have to be an asshole to you a little bit. All right,
but actually, I'm good. Actually,
I know you're a whiskey guy.
No, I last weekend I was with somebody, and it was kind of a nervous time. It was meeting for the first time and hanging out with them, and they drove here, so they wanted to go have a drink. So I went with them, and I believe it or not, I was sat inside a bar.
Yeah.
Beside somebody drinking, and I didn't drink. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a part of me is like, you know what? I'd probably have one. But no, I didn't do it.
That's the thing about you, Joe, is that you're not one of those people who tends to crave alcohol. You're a social alcoholic.
Oh,
You'll drink with people.
Oh yeah. But then, before I know it, I'll start drinking with people,
and then
then I'm by myself drinking.
Yeah.
And that's never. And it usually takes me about a good 2 months of to go into where I'm just drinking all the time.
Damn.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. It does happen.
Addictive personalities, man.
I know a lot of people.
I'll be the first to admit that.
I don't have an addictive personality.
Well,
as I drink a bottle of wine on the internet. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. This is the all-new, what are we calling this thing? Hello, Springfield.
Yes, hello, Springfield.
Yeah, it's the newest thing.
Oh, hey. Okay. Oh,
Man, I've got the Outland Ballroom website behind us. If you go to outlandcomplex.com, you can find the latest live entertainment right here at the Outland Complex, including the show by Census Fail with Sharp Tooth and Little Lotus. You can buy tickets. Guys, did you know that you can buy tickets to any show in Springfield on the Outland Complex website? Well, all the ones that matter, at least. The ones at the Outland Complex.
Yeah, and he uses Ticketfly.
Yeah, it's Ticketfly. So anything from Ticketfly you can probably get on this website, too. Open Mic Night is coming up. I hosted Open Mic Night last week.
Yeah,
that was a whole lot
of
fun. As Driz.
I came by. That was the same night that... have you had the cookie dough yet?
I went down. Listen, this is serious, okay? Yesterday, you told me that they had gluten-free cookie dough.
That's what they said.
And yesterday I was hungry. I was kind of just fed up. So I was like, here we go. I'm going to go get a cookie dough. Mm-hmm. So I get outside and I'm like, I'm on a low-carb diet. Mm-hmm. So I go down to just check this cookie dough place out. Mm-hmm. I get down there and there's a line out the door. I'm talking about a line.
Yeah.
Guys, the cookie dough place is within sight of a building where you have to go into the door, and then there's a little atrium area, a little foyer, and then you go into the cookie dough place. People were outside the cookie dough place, through the foyer, and then out the other door, down the sidewalk.
Right.
And they were acting like they weren't waiting for anything. Like they were acting like it's totally normal. I get back after getting some food from Patton, some hummus. I get back, shout out to Patton for having great hummus. I get back to the Outland, and I talked to Anton, and Anton's like, have you heard about that cookie dough place? I was like, no freaking way. I just walked down there. Mm-hmm. Explained the situation to him, and he's like, yeah, that's been the last few times I've tried to go down there, too. He's like, there's always a line out the door. I don't understand it. So apparently, if you guys like cookie dough, go to the cookie dough place down where Urban Cup used to be.
Well, we went there the same night as your open mic.
Yeah.
We went there because we were celebrating Batman's birthday with his family, having sushi out one night.
Yeah.
And his cousin was talking about this place, and she calls, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're open until 9 o'clock." Mm-hmm. And it was like 30 minutes. We had 30 minutes to get downtown, so we went down there, and it was a soft opening, and they didn't have all their stuff there.
A soft opening, huh?
Yeah, soft opening. But they didn't have all their products out. They just had cookie dough, and for, you get a small cup of 3 different flavors of cookie dough, and it was really, really cool. But when we left and went down to where you were, we walked back by at 10:30, and they're still open. They were supposed to close at 9, but they still kept getting people coming in. So nuts. I can only imagine, being publicized that you're going to be open with that and having that line. I mean, mm-hmm. I drove by there earlier today, and there was a freaking line.
Wow.
So
have you had the gelato place across the street? May's Gelateria?
I have not.
Man,
I'm not a big fan of gelato.
You're gonna gain 87 pounds if you find out about that gelato.
Well, quitting smoking, I quit drinking soda kind of at the same time.
I tried to do that and I can't.
No, I mean, quitting smoke. I figured if I quit smoking, I'm going to gain 20 pounds. Uh-huh. It's a given.
Yeah.
But if I quit drinking soda, maybe it balances it out. Mm-hmm. I think I've gained like 10 pounds since I quit smoking. So, but that and I eat more. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much weight you put on too whenever you stop drinking too.
Isn't that weird? But you lose weight.
No.
You gain weight in other
people
ways,
were messaging me, asking me, "Are you on dope, dude?"
They were, because your face was all sunken in,
because that's why.
You weren't getting any sleep.
No, I was not sleeping. I was not eating. I was actually drinking.
I called the government on you. I told the government. I said, "Hey, President Donald Trump, Joe's smoking crack," and he was like, "Yo, I would totally go down there and talk to him about it." Did he talk to you about it?
I talked to some orange-haired guy at one time.
That was him.
It was blurred. That's all I know. It was blurred. I thought it was Shecky. I thought it was Shecky. Actually, literally telling me, "Hey, dude, you need to quit drinking."
Yeah. No, that was Donald Trump. Shecky. God, I love Shecky. Shecky is gonna open the next Clownvis show as well.
He should.
Did you know that Shecky is Drizzle's hype man? He's got like a new outfit. Drizzle is opening up for Haystack coming up too.
I saw that.
June 1st.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nuts. Hey guys, I'm going to play some more Mood Ring Circus here for you guys. We're still gonna go for another half hour or so, if that's cool with you, man. Here
Well,
we go. This is Bleed Out. The
Will
song's
they
about the
deliver food in this bunker?
Yeah, they will. They'll send it down the air shaft. All right, guys. This is the actual song "Limbo Days" by Mood Ring Circus off their album "Limbo Days." It's the title track. We're here on the website right now. We're literally in the internet. We're inside the internet right now, Joe.
Did you know there's actually 7 channels of the internet?
There are 7. Wait, what? Tell me. Okay, he's like, hold on. Let me tell you about these 7 channels of the internet.
No, it's true. You got the World Wide Web.
Okay, that's www. dot.
You have emails.
Then you got emails.
There's an email. Not using like Yahoo, Gmail, or anything like that, but there is a channel that is specifically for emails, which is like for websites, emails. That's a channel, you know. And then you have news groups, which are kind of like blogs. Yeah. And the government owns the other 4.
What?
Yeah.
So
that's not a conspiracy.
So there's like secret government.
This has been the same whenever it was initially designed and built, way back when. That's pretty much what it started out as, and that's what it still has been.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, thank you very much for the 6 people who are still watching. That's actually really
6?
amazing. We have 6 people watching on YouTube.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, man.
Cool.
We're going to start doing this every single day. Joe's not going to be here every day, but I don't know. You're probably going to come in a few times a week, right?
Yeah, I'll come in a few times a week. I've got I'll be going from here to Columbia and probably Kansas City here recently, especially once school's over with, because I've got things that I'm going to be doing in Kansas City and also in Columbia and also here. It's because it's time for me to expand too. Yeah. And
well, hey, you know what? Expand, but don't let people
I'm
body
not,
shame some folks.
No. The bottom line is we're taking what has worked and we're taking it elsewhere.
We're gonna, guys. You know what? I think here's the deal. I feel like one of those women, right, who are always trying to fix their man. I'm always trying to tell Joe.
What? I've learned my lessons.
He learns. He does learn lessons.
No, in the last 6 months, I've probably learned more lessons than I have in probably the last 5 years. You know, and it's the way it pretty much goes. And sometimes it takes going through some bullshit.
It does take, no, not sometimes. Every time it takes going through some bullshit.
No, for me to
anyone,
learn. No,
anyone.
Well, for me especially, it has to be some crazy bullshit for me to go, oh wow, yeah, that shit shouldn't happen.
I guess I better do something about my own shit.
I better, first step's this, next step's this, and just get it all, taken care of. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better. I'm staying pretty much focused. I'm not getting distracted by females, which. It makes a huge difference whenever, you have what you need out of things, So, yeah, I don't get distracted by them much anymore. I like to distract them by talking about them. And
I like the distracting ones, like fire swallowers.
Oh, wait, did you hear about Verona Fink?
And
when I brought her to the carnival?
Flame spinners. What?
I brought this lady named Verona Fink. She took skewers and shoved them through her mouth and came out here, pierced her side, ate glass, laid on glass. She also was a fire eater and fire blower. But
Joe, this
Logan,
is amazing.
no, Logan got to staple money to her.
Oh, dude.
No, they were stapling money. I mean, she got one staple to her side.
I stapled a 20 to a lady before.
No, and I
did. I stapled a $20 bill to a lady's boob. It was awesome.
But she put her leg out, and Logan looks at me and goes, and I'm reaching in my pocket.
Give me some money.
Before I even reached in my pocket, it was one of the tattoo artists that was beside me, and he was like, "Here, dude," and he handed him, I think it was like $5 or something like that. Logan went right up, and then he hung out with her the rest of the time. So yeah, but yeah. I love that shit. I love that. You know me. I love that sideshow stuff, man.
Sideshow stuff is really cool, man.
Well. I want to, for next tour for the carnival, for my flyer to be old sideshow freak show looking image, because 1 year we did a circus tent. The next year we did that design that D.A. Frizzell did for it, and then this one year we didn't do anything, and
this next year it'll be good.
Well, we figured out what works, so
Yeah.
And if it works, it works. Why try to, fix something that ain't broke?
Yeah. You don't.
No, you don't. You missed me.
Let's see what's going on in the comments section over here. Deborah K. Klein here. Let's say Zeros in Troy, Friday, May 18th at the Outland Ballroom.
I want to say that is the show.
You should start going by Sideshow Joe. No, I'm not gonna go with Sideshow Joe.
No. I'll stick with just being dirty.
It works.
Just dirty. Well, I know. I mean, because look, I figured out what I'm doing now with my hand themes on my tattoos. You know?
Okay.
Good heart, evil mind.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That'll be
Well, that's terrible. You're a terrible person.
No,
Fuck, Joe. Why am I allowing you into this bunker? Ah, you dick.
I passed the aptitude test.
You did.
Yeah, and I have an FBI background.
All right. Well, hey, look, here, we're going to have something fun when we come back. This is just going to be basically the logo
This is
screen.
going to be the time.
Oh, wait, this is Limbo Days by Motoring Circus. You guys are in for a treat.
Joe's goatee up.
Shovels and dig. We're closer than you might think. Bound for the bedrock we're sleeping on tonight. Beneath the surface we find vices to ease our minds, crutches to lean on when we lack the nerve to stand. Celestial voices in my head, always bicker when I lay in my bed. They always talking all the time. I lay to waste. I'm waiting on me up for something fresh. Both days left me listless. World is my canvas and I draw circles in the sand. We live life from days to days, buzzing through a banal haze, breathing in the smoke that chokes our will to change it. Celestial voices in my head. Oh, it's bitter when I lay in my bed. They always talking all the time. I'm laid to waste. I'm waiting on a sign. Waiting on a sign.